As the parents of a boxer, it's never easy to watch their son or daughter in a ring. How difficult was that for the pair of you to watch?
Um,
It was very difficult, very, very. And I mean, for the past 6 months, it's been horrible. We couldn't sleep, we couldn't function. So we're glad it's over now.
How how proud are you of your son? He showed a lot of heart in the ring, and he won probably the internet's biggest ever fight.
we're very proud of him because JJ always likes a challenge. He's a very strong boy, and he's very determined. So for some reason, initially I was a bit nervous for him. I was scared, but when I kind of watched when it was the first round, second round, and then the third round, I said, my son's got this. So, I was kind of chilling. I said, yeah, my son's got this in the bag. That obviously is going to win.
I think at the same time, because Jay has always been the underdog. In everything he's done in his life, he's always been the underdog. And it's always come through. So we knew he will. We knew he will succeed.
Yeah, because he works, JJ really works hard. He really does. I know that for a fact. So he works really hard. So I knew that his hard work has finally paid off. So it makes us real proud parents.
When JJ came to you and said, "I'm going pro, 10-ounce gloves, no head guards," were you scared? Were you happy? How did you feel?
I was scared. She was scared. Then she started crying, begging JJ not to do it. But the more you begged him, the more he went for it. So we just decided, well, Sarah, that
Yeah, he came to our hotel. I mean, we were in the same hotel, so he came to see us, the same day before he went, a few hours before his match, and I hugged him and I cried, but I'll take it was tears of joy, and I prayed for him, and I said, God will be with you, and my prayer has been answered, so I'm really proud and happy.
Were there more tears of joy after the fight?
Oh yes, more tears, more
You need
tears.
to say she was on the floor.
I was on the floor.
It's not easy to watch your son
No,
boxing.
it's not because he's never been this. I mean, he was into rugby when he was in school, and football as well, but not boxing. So I was like, oh my gosh, what has he got himself into? But it's paid off, and I'm really proud of him.
There's an interview that JJ did with Sky Sports before the fight, and he talked about how throughout his life people always said he can't do this, and it's like people doubted his YouTube career. I'm sure as parents at the start, when YouTube wasn't such a big thing, you thought you should be at school and concentrating on your studies. So is that his best trait, that no matter what anyone says to him or how much people doubt him, he just keeps going and going?
That's true. Yeah, that's his best trait. Anytime you say to him, you can't do it, he wants to do it more. And all his life, he's always done. People tell him he can't do it. He always, and the good thing is that he always succeed at it. Just to say, to let the doubt say, always to prove them wrong. So the doubters, the doubters. He always, just to. So he's that's always been his life anyway. So.
In my opinion, the way I've raised both my boys, I've always, if they say they can't do it, I said there's no such word, you can't do it. You can do it if you put your mind to it and you work really hard. I think where he was getting the opposition, like maybe in school, because he wanted to go to Cambridge University, and they were telling him, "Oh, you can't, you can't do this, you can't do that," and I think that kind of shattered his dream. So I suppose he had other, dreams that he wanted to become a YouTuber, but he didn't just literally start being a YouTuber. It's because I normally pick him up from school, and each time he's always keen for me to pick him up, and then he would quickly go home, go onto the FIFA forum and everything. And I think that's where it all started and everything. So I've never discouraged him. I've just said, if you feel that's the right way to go, then I'm happy for you to do it. But outside, it's like even he table tennis, he taught himself. Most of what he's done, he taught himself. And that goes for my other son as well. I mean, editing, they taught themselves and everything. Literally, they just taught themselves to do most of the things what they're doing. I mean, music, they never went to school of music. And, they just done so many musical videos and everything, which is amazing. So, we're really proud. I mean, they've achieved a lot, and it goes to show that if you are determined, no matter what, any obstacle that's been put in front of you, you can still make it. Even if they knock you down, you come right back up and, carry on fighting until you get to your promised land. And you did. And I guess he's going to surprise us with something else. Maybe he might decide to do MMA. Who knows? You just don't know. He's full of surprises. So right now, I think he just wants to chill. But don't be surprised. JJ will come up. He's probably got something else up his sleeves.
He's obviously become such a successful person in, as you said, so many fields. I do have to touch on some things that did upset some people in the build-up, and I know that JJ apologised this week on Twitter about some of the words used in the build-up between the pair. As parents, did you find some of the stuff that was said in press conferences difficult to deal with?
I found them a bit cringy, I have to be honest with you. And I said, I did not raise JJ to be insulting, but that's JJ, I don't know why he did it, but it was embarrassing. But I suppose he was trying to get into Logan's head or something. I don't know, because he went to private school, and I've always tried to instill discipline into my kids. So I don't know why he did it. He has his reasons, but what can you do? You can't.
Yeah, that's. Everything is not. That wasn't the way it's been brought up.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know, maybe it's to get into people's head or whatever, because he's always been very, very,
very polite,
yeah,
humble, down to earth, very quiet actually. But this YouTube thing has kind of brought something out of him, and which
privately it's very good.
Yeah.
It's brilliant privately.
Yeah.
I think when he gets to the camera, then you see KSI. There's KSI and there's
Like a persona.
JJ. That's right, yeah.
That's the word.
But if you get to know JJ, is the best kid. You want to have him as a kid. He's the best husband, the best everything. But KSI is different.
So you said that he'll probably come up with some crazy idea soon. What do you want him to do? Because he has the option now to stay in boxing in some capacity, maybe whether that's fighting other YouTubers, or if he really wants to take it to the next level, he can start trying to fight pro.
Well, maybe she'll go into.
I think he will go. He wants to go into acting.
Yeah, I think
JJ wants to go into acting.
Maybe go into music, acting. That's safer.
Less stressful for you to watch.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just last words, just one more time, just explain just sum up how you feel after what you watched tonight and seeing this atmosphere in here.
Ecstatic, excited, very, he needed to win.
Because a lot of people told us he's going to lose.
Yeah.
Everyone told us he's going to lose. So, for him to come out, it's a boost for us too, because people have been telling us he's done. So it's a very...
we've been through so much since last year, and I just thought, God, JJ has to win this fight. He really has. We can't be taking the L. We want a W. So I'm so grateful that he's won the fight. Really grateful.
Congratulations to you both. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.